Hello, dear ones, it's Hannah. So, I did a quantum healing trade session with my dear friend and fellow practitioner Angie Dollar, who lives in Sedona, Arizona today. And so much good information came through. I'm going to split it up between a few different weeks because her higher self always brings through tons of great information. So, we learned all about coronavirus and the new earth and general messages for humanity. So here is the first installment of that. Enjoy it. There is a lot going on in the world right now regarding this global pandemic of coronavirus. So, is there anything that you have to share about the coronavirus with us in general?
It's been created because of the negative energy on the planet, all the fear on the planet. It's just accumulation of so many years, so much time of people being destructive to each other and to the planet. People trying to control the negative energy, trying to control. It's just this overall cleansing that needs to happen on this planet. Can
And
seem very devastating to people, but some people just need to be moved to the places where they need to go to at this time, and this virus is assisting to do that. It's also assisting to cause people to wake up. It's causing dark nights of the soul. It's causing a change. It's causing people to have to change. People are having to consider how they're going to live their lives, how they're going to find their finances, their food, their water. Some people are going to be moving more to an off-grid type of living, while in a sense there's a rebuilding. Some people are going to still be able to maintain a somewhat normal aspect of their life connected to the economy and connected to the world. But we're showing her several people moving more into an off-grid state. It does look like what we're showing her, she's trying to comprehend. It does look like more of a separation of two earths. One moving more towards technology, which is not necessarily in the highest state, and the other one moving more to a off-grid, more connection to nature, more of a connection to us. We're showing her more of like a third earth, which is like the lowest vibrational earth. So there's a movement, like kind of like a three sex, SECS, like three groups of people are moving towards, three groups of earths are moving towards. We're showing her the more of the connected to nature, more off-grid, more what are we going to do to create something new together and supportive, loving together. And then there's the other essential earth, or part of earth that's technology, still some darker components involved. And then the third state, which is the lowest state, of more of a negative components trying to control and trying to stay in their state of essentially raping the planet, taking everything they want from the people on the planet. And that's more of what we're assisting, and the virus is assisting to push out. We would say is more of a state of death, more of a state of moving them to the place where they need to be still learning and growing on that lower level. What you would consider a lower level, we don't consider it in any state of hierarchy of any better or any worse, but for the state of the human feeling safe and secure and happier, is better to be in one of the other two states, or the other two areas of earth, or the other two earths. It would be better to be moving towards the nature, the off-grid, or towards the technology, the rebuilding. Like there's two different components of rebuilding that will be going on as this comes to more of a close. It's going to be a process. There are those of you who are more connected to us, like you and Angie and many others, who can move to this higher states quicker than many people on the earth. we don't know if that makes sense to you or if we've answered your question.
Yes. When do you see this period of time with the coronavirus coming to a close?
Well, coming to a close of completion of this separation of three different, like some people may say, three different types of earths,
Mm-hmm.
three different types of locations for people and for animals, everything. We're showing her like 1 to 3 years. But, well, let us see for a moment. She's resisting this. We're showing her big changes in 1 to 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
We're showing her a complete completion within 1 to 2 years. So you would say in your earth time within, let's try to break it down. You would say within your earth time, the high probability of 1 to 3 months of trying to get her to allow, because she has a block where she's like, you guys can't get FS numbers, we can give her numbers though. We're showing her 1 to 3 months of like continued quarantine, people kind of freaking out, there not being enough food, groceries, gas, whatever, your basic needs, where people are worrying and in fear. And that actually makes it worse. If you can stay in the highest state, not worry about it, there actually will be more abundance. And people trying to get settled with their unemployment, figuring out what else they can do to make money, to survive. And just like we said with supplies, if you can stay more calm in the highest possible energies, you will have more supplies, you will have more money, you will have more clients, you will have more opportunities, more ability to find options for your survival. So we're showing her 1 to 3 months of people getting more to the place where it's best for them to be, which would be one of those 3 places to be. Now, some people can move back and forth between like the highest state of earth, which we consider the highest state of earth more of a Garden of Eden state, like a state where you're, more off grid, more self-sufficient, not dependent on a broken economy, a broken world, where the people in charge are not really working in your highest and best good. So we highly suggest that you disconnect from that. We see the highest and best place to be is you're creating your own new society, which respects nature, respects the world, and has your own gardening, your lack of pesticides, what to do, your clean water, your respect of each other, your respect of nature, animals, all that. It's the Garden Eden type living. But we can see some moving back and forth. You're pulling technology as needed for the more technology type earth, but you're doing it in a respectful way. A lot of people think things like 5G is interfering. We see a lot of pollution in the air that is caused by these, we believe we call it electromagnetic, the 5G, there's controls, there's a lot of monitoring that's going on using technologies. There's a lot of control, repression of you in some of these technologies. There's a lot of control of us, trying to push the extraterrestrials that can actually come and be seen and be helpful, can actually come down to your dimension, but it's very hard to come down to the 3rd dimension. But those that can really try to come down and help you when you're in a 4th or 5th dimensional reality. There's a lot of repression within the 3rd dimension of us, with the humans, with the animals, with the earth. There's a lot of killing off with technology. But there is certainly a place for technology that can help you as you move to the highest state of the earth, that you can pull into your systems. There's a lot of help that if you have the right people, the right kind of knowledge, and people in their highest and best intent, that they know about water irrigation systems, they know about natural rotation of crops, they know about caring for animals. They have medical knowledge for the people and the animals. They have a lot of knowledge, a lot of engineering knowledge, things that can assist you when you're recreating the highest, more of a Garden of Eden earth. But as you're bringing in technologies, you have to be careful and you have to know what to allow and what to not to allow. But when you're in this highest state, highest connection with your high self, and when you're living in this highest state, she notices it in Sedona and coming to Houston, that Sedona is a much higher state. It's much more of like there's some 5D energies coming in there where it's very hard to have that come into Houston or some areas. When you're in that highest state, connected to us, and when you're in that highest vibrational place, it's much more easy to see when the lower vibrations try to come in. It's much easier to block them out. So you can allow the best part of those energies to come in. Like, you can allow the knowledge of what can assist you without allowing the lower vibrational people or the lower vibrational energies to come in. Does that make sense?
It does. Thank you. I hope that you enjoyed that as much as I did. The session was really remarkable, and it's always fun when we get together because so much information pours out of both of us. So she's going to do a session on me in a couple of weeks, and I'll share information from that at that point. But my name is Hannah Fogg. I am a Beyond Quantum Healing practitioner in the state of Maine in the United States, and I get to see clients all over the world through the internet. And I love my job so much. If you have any interest in reaching out to learn more about Beyond Quantum Healing or to have a session for yourself, I'll list my website below. Please feel free to reach out anytime. I would love to hear from you. All right, take care. Bye.